Dye sublimation paper printing is the printing method used for sportswear and activewear fabrics. Choosing the right sublimation paper for your application is essential to achieving the best quality print. My name is Gabrielle. I'm an application specialist at Mimaki. On this episode of Tips and Tricks, I'll be giving a quick overview of what sublimation paper is suitable for sportswear and activewear fabrics. In this video, I'll be creating activewear utilizing beaver papers, text print sports paper with Mimaki's newest textile machine, the TS100. So without further ado, let's get started.
Let's start by using a PDF flat pattern for the activewear garment. With PDF flat patterns, you can trace the needed size using the pen tool in Illustrator. After tracing the pattern, you can fill the shape in with the swatch pattern or a solid color. But in this case, I want to fill in the shape using a swatch pattern. Just to speed up the process a little bit, I've already created a layer that has my template already filled with a swatch pattern. So this is the pattern that I've chosen for my application, and you'll see that I have the back piece, the front, 2 arm sleeves, 2 leg panels, waistband, and a neckline. Once I'm done designing my pattern, I can then save my file and move on to Rasterlink. Today I'll be using Rasterlink 7. First, I'll upload the file in Rasterlink by selecting File Open. Once the file in the quality icon, you can change the color matching settings, resolution, and profile settings for printing. Under Profile, I would select a beaver paper profile that works best with my paper. However, because the TS100 has just been released, I only have access to a couple of profiles. So I will choose a profile that works best with this paper. Next, I'll select the resolution and color matching settings. Then I'll click General Print, arrange image in the center, then click Reverse. It's important to note with sublimation to reverse images when printing. Then I'll add copies and a space between images as desired. Now it's time to print. The TS100 is our new entry-level dye sublimation printer, which offers an excellent balance of image quality, cost, and speed. With the fastest printing mode at 70 square meters per hour, this machine is ideal for a wide range of customers who are considering starting a dye sublimation business. Our water-based inks for this machine are also compatible with beaver paper products. Before transferring the printed pattern pieces, I cut them out using a pair of paper scissors. Next, I'll cut fabric to fit the pattern pieces. Now we're going to head to the press. Place Teflon sheets and protective tissue paper down. Place your printed image face down on fabric. Then place another layer of tissue paper on top. Heat press fabric for 393 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 seconds. Heat-proof tape is optional but not required for this application because beaver paper's text print sports paper is great to use for fabrics that are prone to shrinkage or movement during the transfer process. Also, this paper has a high color yield, which means more ink is on the substrate and less ink is left on the paper. After transferring pattern pieces, I cut out the pattern pieces using fabric scissors. Once completed, I can begin sewing. Let's start sewing. So I'll start by folding the right sides of the fabric together and use clips to pin the fabric. Next, I'll sew the inseams together. And once sewn, I will use pinking shears to finish the edges. Then I'll use an iron to press the seams open. Once I'm done sewing the sides of the leggings, I'll return one finished leg right side out and keep the other inside out. And then I'll nest the right side out leg inside the inside out leg so that right sides are together. Then I'll sew the two legs together along the front and back rise. And then I would turn the pants inside out or the leggings inside out and set aside. So taking the waistband, I'll nest the waistband inside the leggings with the raw edges facing up and right sides together. Then I will sew the waistband to the legging. Next, I will hem my leggings. So I'll begin by turning the leggings inside out. I'll fold the hemline up 1 inch with the wrong sides together. Then I'll top stitch the hem into place with the 7/8 inch up from the edge, making sure to catch the fold. On your sleeve, using the longest stitch length on your machine, sew a basting stitch. This will be used for easing the sleeve cap. Then sew the right sides together. Next, sew the front and back together. To pin your armhole to the garment, turn your garment wrong side out, then insert the sleeve into the armhole with right sides together. Then stitch the sleeve into the armhole. After you sew the front and back together, you can then hem the bottom of your top and arm sleeves. So now that I'm done sewing my application, it is complete and ready to wear. Thanks for watching. And make sure you visit our website at mimakiusa.com, where you can find more tips and tricks and technique videos.